Hello everybody, it's me, Hannibal Marie, and today I'm doing the 15 questions tag. And I did this once or twice in my youth of YouTube, so thought I'd update it, because people change. Anywho, question number 1. What is it that I think I can do, but I can't? Lots of things, actually. I think I could sing, but I can't. I think I could play the accordion, and I know I can't. I think I could play the piano, and I could only make noise. I think I could give really solid advice. But sometimes I choke myself up. Okay, number 2. Difficult word to pronounce. It really depends. I could barely talk as it is, and there's some very large words out there that are quite the tongue twister, so I don't know. Maybe I don't really know. I guess I mispronounce a word when the word arises. Other than that, I don't know. Sorry. Other than that, I really don't know. So, number 3. Favorite show from childhood. That's an easy one. I liked lots and lots of shows. But, the ones I can remember are all cartoon related, as is my lovely forte. I love cartoons. I loved them ever since I can remember. So my favorite cartoon show would be the Animaniacs. I loved Animaniacs. I still do, actually. You can find me sometimes online looking up Animaniacs episodes. So, number 4. My likes and dislikes. I like lots of stuff. I like people who are open to conversation, and by conversation I mean actual words and not the text lingo that kids are talking nowadays, but actual words. I love the macabre side of life, and that I'm talking in regards to fashion, photography, accessories. That's a fashion, Hannibal. I just like dark stuff. I like puppets and clowns and accordions and whistling and the sound of rain, because it's raining right now and it feels so good. Lots of little weird stuff that you're probably going to end up finding out sooner or later on this channel. And my dislikes. My dislikes are pretty common, I would say. I mean, I don't like people who can't hold a conversation. I know it's the same thing as my likes, but I mean, it really pisses me off when people can't hold a conversation, especially when you try so hard to continue the conversation. I've done that from time to time. I've been a victim of that, where I really like the person a lot, and I just sit there, try my best, any way, shape, and form, to continue the conversation, but we just can't get past anything, so I don't like that. I don't like that awkward silence either, even though I know it happens a lot to me. I just don't like awkward silences. Surprise, surprise, I don't like talking to cameras either, because it makes me feel so awkward. I don't really like smelly people, but I won't hold it against anybody. I mean, if someone stinks or whatever, it's their thing, but I mean, I just don't like the smell of a smelly person. I mean, especially if you have all the resources around you to smell good and you don't smell good, that's kind of a problem. I mean, there's people out there who would kill to smell like half of the shit that you have. So, yeah, I mean, if you have a good perfume, use it. Use it frequently. Use it often. So, do it. Take advantage of the stuff that you have and that you have to own. Especially fragrances. That'd be another likes. I love the smell of anything, really. I love firewood. I love, like burning firewood. I love burning firewood. I love the smell of orchids. I love the smell of gardenia. I love the smell of gardenia. Actually, that is one of my perfumes. I can't get it right now, but I do wear gardenia. So yeah, I love the smell of anything, really. Rain in particular. So I mean, that's like one thing that I guess would be something that not necessarily turns me on. I mean, I don't get all hot and horny about it, but I mean, that's the first thing that will that's the first thing that would grab my attention, if anything, is if a person smells different, unique, good. I mean, I'll be walking by, and if a perfume wafts into my face, I will literally just come back. I mean, I like the smell of good stuff. Okay, number 5. Love, fame, power, or money. That is a no-brainer. Of course it's love. I mean, fame comes and goes. Power, I mean, I'm a very dominant woman, I grant you that, but I mean, compared to anything else, I would say love. I'd rather have someone love me unconditionally and wholeheartedly than to be famous, to have money, to have power. I mean, that would be the loneliest thing in the world, is to have fame, have power, have all this riches beyond my imagination, but no one loves me. I mean, I will be a very lonely person. No amount of money on earth could ever compare to being loved. And I'm sorry, I know that sounds very cliche and all that, but I mean, I'd rather be loved. I'd rather be poor as shit as long as I have someone who wholeheartedly loves me by my side. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't give that up for the world. Honestly, I wouldn't. Number 6. Name an era and time I would like to live in. I mean, you know, everyone back in the day was pretty, I mean, I wouldn't want to live in any of those moments back in time, like, you know, the silver screen era, or the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, especially the roaring 20s. All those eras back in time, I mean, they're all equally beautiful and unique in their own aspect, but I mean, I would rather live in the here and now. Specifically stating because I could have more of a voice now than I probably could have back when. And I know that from research. I mean, a lot of times, a lot of the stuff that is glorified nowadays is because it's old, it's vintage, it's, you know, kind of like a hidden relic. And people find it and they admire it and love it. I mean, I'm pretty sure in the futures to come, someone's gonna look back at this moment right here and now, and they're gonna be like, I wish I lived in the 2014s. And I mean, I'd rather just live in the here and now, but admiring, like, the roaring 20s, or the 30s, or the 40s, or even the 60s. I mean, I'd rather just admire it. So I would say my admired era would be the roaring 20s, because I like that really gorgeous look about it. I just love it. Okay, number 7. If I could redo my wardrobe, which 2 stores would I use and why? Well, I don't really thrive on stores. I use thrift shops, if anything. I mean, because there is an absolute no word in the English dictionary that can describe the feeling I get when I purchase, especially when I find something that speaks to me on levels that is beyond my own understanding. You know what I mean? There is no feeling on earth that is greater than going to a thrift shop and finding such amazing things. I mean, because it cannot compare at all to going to some paper cut store that you can just walk off with an outfit that's on the racks that you know in the back of your mind that some other chick is going to be wearing. I don't like that feeling. I don't like knowing that another girl could be wearing the same top that I am. I don't know, maybe I'm just jealous. Maybe it's just my Leo side kicking in, but I don't like that. I want to be unique in my own self, in my own agenda, in my own way. I don't want to be another, like, I don't want to be another paper cut doll, you know? I want to be my own self. So yeah. Number 8. A year ago today, what was I doing at this exact time? Well, I probably wasn't as happy as I am now. I mean, I can't say I'm completely happy. I mean, I'm a lot more happy than I was. Hannabal, come on, talk English, English, English. Okay, I'm sorry. Back when, a year ago, I was in a very dark place. I did not know who I was, for one. I did not have as many friends as I do now, if that makes sense. I was very shy. I know it's just a year ago, but I mean, a lot of stuff can happen in a year. I was kind of confused. A lot of trying to find myself was happening. Also, it was just really confusing. I just didn't know what I wanted. Now I do. Now I'm very content in myself, and I met a lot of good people within this whole year time span, and I actually became better friends with the friends I've had a year ago that I just met, and now we're like buddy-buddy system. And, I don't know. A lot of friends I didn't think would like me, and it just... self-acceptance, a lot of, finding myself, there we go. I don't know. I am a year better than I was a year before. Okie dokie. Number 9. Any reoccurring dreams? Actually, yes, there is a reoccurring dream. There was one dream that I had that I actually wrote down in a book somewhere because it just came up so frequently, and it was a dream about me being in some insane psychopathic dentist office with the doctor being just some madman who specialized in dental surgery, but he also removed organs while you were under anesthesia. In my dream, my brother was a little meanie head, and he signed me up, full well knowing that this doctor guy was a complete loony bin, and he also knew that the doctor, well, the dentist, I should say, not doctor, the dentist was also this madman who removed organs, and he still signed me up knowing this. And I mean, bits and pieces are kind of scrambled here and there, but I mean, there's this one scene that I remember is me sprawled out on this, like, it looked like a wooden cross, and then I remember all of his other patients were crawling up it and telling me, like, I'm so happy that you're going with this, and one lady was just, like, rubbing up against me and stuff, saying, oh, you're going to be wonderful, you're going to be well, it's so much fun, you're going to love it. And, this woman in particular told me that basically I signed up to get my tongue removed. And so, I was freaking out in the dream, of course. I mean, if you're going to get your tongue removed, it's kind of worth freaking out, right? And so, I mean, I'm like, I'm not here. I didn't expect this to happen. I don't even know why I'm doing here. Then the dentist came in, waiting for me. And he ends up, holding me down because he's with these, like, huge-ass stilts. Everything was just so big and creepy and contorted. And he just comes walking up to me, shines light on my face, and then he tells me to open up my mouth and say ah while he removes my tongue. And I remember I was kicking and screaming, and I just fought my way away from him. My tongue was never removed, mind you. I fought my way to have my tongue stay there. And, in the end, basically, to make a long story short, because it's a really long dream, but I became friends with this crazy guy, and apparently all he really wanted was a friend. He ended up stopped being so mean, and he stopped his crazy ways. and he like confessed everything to me and told me that no one ever gave him the time of day, no one ever spoke to him, and that he's really grateful that I even cared about him, and we just became good buds. And I don't really know, it was a really weird story, so Edward, it inspired a mini story I'm going to be writing pretty soon, though. So, I mean, it wasn't all that bad, right? Anyhow, number 10, my horoscope. I think I just already answered that in a previous question, but I'm Leo, August 1st. The Leo Lion. Okay dokie. 11. What is my dream bedroom? That is something me and my younger brother, I was gonna say oldest, he acts like an older brother to me, but anyways, it was me and my younger brother were confessing this a couple days ago, and we decided that if we have the money and the means to get it done, we are going to turn our room, because we have this small ass house and we share a room, but anyhow, we're going to make the room just look like an old jazzy club back in the day type thing with like bar lights. We're going to actually purchase these, I found a light. A bar light. Yeah, a bar light. I found a bar light about like yay big, and it has Tom Waits on it, so I'm going to have, it's glitter indium, I believe. It's pretty cheap, but it's really small, but I don't really care. I like it. So I'm going to get this little bar a little bar light, and I'm going to put it up, and we're going to be purchasing stuff and collecting it over the years to come. I mean, because we already have a little tiny shelf here full of little goodies and what have you that we just want to display more often. I mean, because it's just shoved in the back here and no one really can see it, so what's the use of having it shoved in the back when we could display it? So we're going to get rid of the bed and just put like a futon or something where you can sit and relax and chill out and be cool. And so yeah, we're going to start collecting vintage posters and old vintage circus posters and old bar lights and lamps and what have you, and we're just going to make it into like a really nice looking room like that. So that is my dream bedroom that we're going to make a reality once we have the funds for it. Okay, number 12. Okay, number 12. What position do I sleep? In what position, I believe you meant. I sleep on my side, on my right side, and I sleep like a little fetal position. Either that, or if I'm on my back, which is sometimes, I sleep with my legs crossed in a 4. But most of the time I'm sleeping in like little fetal position, because I like to cuddle, and there's hardly no one to cuddle, so I cuddle either my blankets or a pillow or a stuffed animal if I have it next to me, things like that. So yes. Number 13. Who or what is my favorite vampire? That's a no-brainer. Of course it's going to be Bram Stoker's Dracula. Just the movie one. I like the movie guy. I like Gary Oldman's Dracula, because he's, in my opinion, the best well-thought-out vampire there's ever been made. I mean, there's, of course, Lestat, and there's Nosferatu, and all those good ones, but, I mean, I don't know. The one I'm, like, always going to towards every question that is like this is Bram Stoker's Dracula. So, yeah. Kind of have a soft spot in my little heart for him. So, yeah. Number 14. What am I wearing on my feet? Why do you want to know, you sick fuck? I'm actually wearing nothing but nail polish and a little ring that looks similar to that says love as well, because I got 2 and one, I guess, fits the pinky and the other one fits my toe, so I don't want to show you my feet, you sick fuck. Go away. But yeah, nail polish and a ring. Like I told you, this is another little input of me, is that I like to always have my nails and my toenails polished at all times. I mean, there will be an occasion where it'll be kind of like chipping off and... Excuse you? Did I tell you to beep? Thank you. Rude. I'm kidding. I just lost my train of thought. Okay. Nail polish. Yeah. Okay, my nail polish. I like to have my nails and my toenails and every part of nail that is on my body, which is just my fingers and my toes. But I like to have them polished at all times, and like I said before, I was rudely interrupted by my brother's freaking clock. I do on occasion have my nails kind of chipped, so the only reason I will actually have them go through that ugly chipping phase is because I need to have all the polish taken off, and sometimes I'm too lazy to take it off myself, so. But majority of the time, I will have my nails polished, as you see them now. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, I'll always have, and I mean, this is my go-to nail color, red, all the time. I mean, if I'm way lazy like I am now, I usually just coat them red real quick and just call it a day. I mean, because I love red. So yeah. So my toes and my nails are always colored in some way, shape, or form. And you will see about most of the time, all the time, but most of the time, I will have some form of jewelry on the toes. Because I like how they look. Because I guess I'm a diva. I don't know. Okie dokie. And number 15. And this will conclude my 24, almost 25-minute video. Do I have neat handwriting? I like to claim I do, because it makes me seem like I'm very elegant and lovely, but you can be the guess. Is that clean to you? And this isn't really, that isn't really, like, my complete lovely self. I mean, this is pretty fast. But I mean, they usually claim that your true self comes out when you're rushed. So, this was pretty much rushed. So yeah, you be the judge. So yeah, that's my 15 questions, and I hope you liked it. I hope I didn't just yammer on like I normally do, which is good because I need another yammering video. So, don't forget to sub, like, and fave, and all that jazz. So, this has been Hannabal Marie, and you've been beautiful, as you always are. I love you. Let's make out.